Good morning, students. Today we are discussing a very important topic that you have seen, the trigonometric function. This is play a very important role in our daily life and in future, like when we are go for the higher history of the mathematics. This chapter is very important. And previous video you have already seen how we can find the trigonometric functions. Now in this topic you have to see sign of the trigonometric function with the help of a tabular form. Clear? So see, sign of the trigonometric function. First of all, you see only whatever I am telling. Sign of the trigonometric function. This is very important. Whenever you in for further need mathematics, always we have this topic clear. If you are not getting this topic, then there may be problem in higher study. So we have considered this unit circle, and according to this unit circle, its radius is 1, and it making center angle as a x, and in general we are taking P point of the boundary of the circle. Here we are taking, suppose it is in first quadrant. So in first quadrant we know the value of x is positive and y is positive, and by the coordinate geometry. So here the value of x coordinate is and value of y coordinate b. Now suppose if we are moving in an clockwise direction, this is the clockwise direction and this is anti-clockwise. So this, as we have already discussed, radian will be negative. So minus x, and this point is suppose at q. Now this point anti-clockwise clockwise direction and at q. So coordinate of the q, because it lies in fourth quadrant, and you already know in fourth quadrant value of x is positive and value of y is negative axis. So q has coordinate as a and minus b. In general, we have already discussed the in terms of trigonometric ratio, coordinate of any point we call as p cos x and sin x. Means a equal to cos x. We are what taking a equal to cos x and b equal to sin x. So this we already put in previous video. A equal to cos x and b equal to sin x. So here we put a equal to cos of minus x. Why we take minus x? Because this angle is negative. So cos of minus x equal to a, but a equal to cos x. So from this you get that cos of minus x equal to cos x. Means cos of the negative angle will be always positive. That is cos x. Similarly, here sin of minus x, that equal to minus p. So sin of minus p, sin of minus x equal to minus p. So what we get? Sin of minus x equal to minus p. But b equal to what? Sin x. So we get sin x. So sin of minus x or sin of negative, that will be minus sin x. This is very important. So if you know the sign of two trigonometric ratio, we can easily find the sign of the other trigonometric ratio according to the formula. Tan x when you need sin x upon cos x. Cos x will be 1 upon sin of minus x. Sec x 1 upon cos, and cot reciprocal of tan. So that other four trigonometric ratio we have already learned in previous video. Clear? Now here we are learning different thing, that is the sign of trigonometric function in quadrant. So see, already we have know the trigonometry where we are representing or studying with the help of coordinate geometry. We can divide this coordinate geometry of plane in four quadrants. That is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth. So you can say here we with the help of a trigonometric study. Before that, you see in the first quadrant the value of a and b both positive, and value of the second quadrant, that is x is negative and y is positive. Similarly, third quadrant x and y both are negative. In fourth quadrant x is positive and y is negative. So according to this, sign of trigonometry. So you can say this point P when moving, it will be like in first quadrant or here in second quadrant, then third, fourth and so on. In this point P is moving. So whenever this point P is moving, it depends on the theta or radian, what angle is there, and according to that, the sign of P will be there. Either it lies in first quadrant or second or third or fourth. After any revolution. So that depends on this. So you can say the value of A for this circle is varies from 1, 0, minus 1, 0. That is x coordinate of each point A, B, C, P. X coordinate may be 1, may be 0, may be minus 1, 0. So you can say the value of A will vary from minus 1 to plus 1. For any circle or any revolution or any radian measure, the value of A is always minimum minus 1 and maximum 1. Clear? The value of A. Now A is cos x. So cos x is always greater than equal to cos x is always greater than equal to minus 1 and less than equal to 1. Similarly, here value of B, that is y coordinate 0, 1, 0, minus 1. So minimum or lowest value is minus 1 and maximum out of this is 1. So again B means sin x. So value of sin x for any theta is always lies between this. You can take any radian, 0 degree, 100 degree, 1000 degree, 10,000, million, trillion. Any radian you are taking, always maximum value of the corresponding cos x or sin x is 1. And lowest or minimum value for that particular angle, the value of cos and sin will be 1. So you can say value of this trigonometric function lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Now see table here we have discussed. This table what says? We can divide quadrant into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrant. As you already know, quadrant first have radian from 0 to pi by 2. As in geometry you see, this is 90 degree. So this is starting from 0 to 90. So value of x varies from 0 to pi by 2. Means greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to pi. So corresponding side, here you can see A is positive, B is positive. So for any theta which is less than 90 and greater than 0, all will be positive. Why all positive? Because A is positive, B is positive. So A positive means cos x is positive, B positive, sin x is positive. Now sin x positive, cos x positive. So we know that tan x is sin x upon cos x. Sin x upon cos x. So it's sin positive, cos positive. Positive divide positive, tan equal. So sin positive, cos positive, tan. Now other three are the reciprocal. Cosec x is the reciprocal of sin x. So if this is positive, then this is also positive. Sec x is reciprocal of cos x. So if cos x is positive, 1 upon cos positive. Cot is reciprocal of tan. So in first quadrant, it varies from greater than 0 and less than 1. All trigonometric ratios are positive. Clear? Now we move in second quadrant. So whenever suppose point P is here, so you can say in second quadrant, the value of x is negative. X coordinate negative means A is negative. And A is the value of cos x. So in second quadrant, cos is negative. But B, that is the y coordinate, positive here. Y is positive. YB means sin x. So sin will be positive. So in second quadrant, we have written sin plus. So sin x will be positive and reciprocal of sin. Reciprocal of a positive number is a positive. Its reciprocal is cos x. So cos x will also positive. Now cos is negative. So if cos is negative, then reciprocal of cos will also negative. Clear? Now if cos is negative, sin is positive. So tan x what? Tan x is sin x upon cos x. So positive divided by negative. That will be negative. Now if tan x is negative, then its reciprocal will also negative. Reciprocal of a negative number, that will also negative. Correct? So in this way we get second quadrant, sin only sin x and cos x are positive, other all are negative. Correct? Now we move in third quadrant. Suppose this point P at any time in third quadrant. In third quadrant you already know x is negative and y is negative. Means both are negative. So minus a cos x minus b minus I. It means sin x and cos x both are negative. This is clear? Now sin x is negative, then its reciprocal will also negative. Now if cos x is negative, then its reciprocal sec x, that is also. But here see, tan x is minus sin x upon minus cos x, that is plus. So tan x will be positive. In third quadrant, tan x is positive because we know that negative divided by negative we get positive. Correct? So here in third quadrant tan x is positive. If tan x is positive, then reciprocal of tan is also positive. So we can say that in third quadrant tan x and cot x are positive. This is clear? Now we move in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant I have already written quadrant. Coordinate of to a minus b. A means x coordinate is positive, y coordinate is negative. So a means cos x is positive. So in fourth quadrant cos x is positive. If cos x is positive, then its reciprocal sec x, which is also positive. Now sin x is negative. Why sin x is negative? Because this is minus b. Minus b means sin x. So cos x is, so sin x is negative, then its reciprocal is negative. Now sin x negative, positive, negative divided by positive, that is tan x negative by positive. So tan x is negative. So reciprocal of negative is again negative. So in this way we can construct this table that in first quadrant all are positive, in second quadrant sin and its reciprocal are positive, in third quadrant tan and its reciprocal are positive, and in fourth quadrant cos x and sec x are positive. All other and all trigonometric ratios are negative. So this is sign is very important. That's why solving problem in particular quadrant which trigonometric function is a positive and which trigonometric function is a negative. That is very important. Now this is description of how we go. Now you can learn very easily. If you have confusion, there is no need to draw all this. We take one small formula. Here write after a school to college. ASTC. A is all trigonometric ratios are positive. S sin and its reciprocal are positive. T tangent and its reciprocal are positive. C cos and its reciprocal are positive, other all are negative. After school, S for school, to T, college, or you may also learn in local language also add sugar to coffee. A is add, S means sugar, T to C means coffee. Add sugar to coffee means all are positive. All six trigonometric ratios in first quadrant are positive. In second quadrant only two, that is sine and its reciprocal. Sine and cosec are positive. In third quadrant, tan and its reciprocal, that is tan and cotangent. And here cos and its reciprocal, that is cos and sec are positive. Other all trigonometric ratios are negative. So this is very important. In particular, which quadrant, which trigonometric ratio is a positive or a negative. Clear? So domain and range of the trigonometric function. So in previous chapter second, we already see the meaning of domain and range of a function. Domain means the value of x for which the given function is a real or defined. What is the value of x? That known as domain. And what is the value of y? That is the range. Now how we can find domain and range of a function? So if you put any value of x here, that should be real, and for that y should be also real and defined. Y should be real and defined means you can put the all value for x, which means we get corresponding value of y a real number. Now suppose if you put x such that y is not real, then this is not the point of the domain. So as we have already discussed, for x you can take any value of x in radian like 0, then sine 0 is 0, or pi by 2, sine pi by 2 1, or any value x you can take 180, 360, 720, then there will be corresponding a value of y. So already we say the value of y or sin x is always lying between -1 to 1. Clear? It means the function sin x is defined for all real number. So domain means the function for which the define or exist. For value which the function is exist, that is known as domain. So you can say domain of sin x. Domain of sin x, so that x belongs all real. So what is the domain of sine function? All real number. Clear? Now range means value of y. So what is the value of sine x? If you are putting any real number, you can take any real number from this. X belongs to R. Put here, then what values of y are possible? That we have already seen. Value of y or sin x is always lying between -1 and +1. This is we have already discussed. Value of sin x will lie between -1 and so range will be, this is the range, value of sin x, that is range. So range of sin x -1 to +1. So here I have written already. You can write in this way, or the interval we have already seen in second chapter. Close bracket y belongs to close bracket -1 to 1. It means y is greater than equal to 1, but less than equal to 1. So this is both are same meaning. Either you can write in this form or you can write in close interval -1 to +1. This is clear. So this is the range of this. So we find the range and domain of the sin x. Now suppose if you want to find range and domain of cos x. So cos x is also similar. When you are putting any value of cos means a may be any 0 degree, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, pi or 4 pi, 7 pi, any radian if you are putting x, then we get the corresponding value of y, that is cos x. And we already discussed the for any x means any real number x, value of cos x is also lies between -1 to 1. So this cos x is exist or defined for all real number. It means domain of cos x is also all real number. We have written domain of cos x such that x belongs to all real number will be the domain of cos x. So sin and cos both are same, domain is same. And range of cos x, range is value of y is cos x. So if you put any x real number, we get corresponding one real number. So value of y, that is cos x, always lies between -1 to +1. So range of cos x will be also same as sin x. Y belongs to close interval -1 to +1. Or you may write in this form: cos x is greater than cos x or y is greater than equal to -1. So this is for both. Range of sin x and cos x is always -1 to +1, and domain of the cos x and sin x will be all real number. Now if you know the range and domain of the sin and cos, you can easily find the domain and range of other trigonometric ratio. Like suppose you consider cos x. Since we know that cosec x equal to 1 upon sin x. Now x is defined for all real. Clear? So if you put here all real, then we get some corresponding value. But if you take x equal to 0, if we are taking x equal to 0, then sin x is 0. So sin x is 0, it means 1 upon 0. That is not defined. 1 upon sin x, if we are putting x equal to 0, that is sin 0, that is 0. 1 upon 0. 1 divided by 0 is not possible or exist. That's why this is not a real. Value of y means cosec x is not exist, is not defined. So we can say the denominator should not be 0. But we have to see in the previous topic that at value of sin x will be 0, sin x will be 0 if x equal to n pi, n log z. X equal to 0, pi, 2 pi, minus pi, minus 3 pi, minus 4 pi, plus 4 pi. At all these angles, value of sin x is 0. And 0 is not acceptable in the case of cosec x. So we can say the domain of this all real number, but that should not equal to n pi. You can put here any value of x except those points where sin x is 0. And we know sin x is 0 if x equal to n pi, where n is integer, like 0 then 0, 1 pi, 2 pi, minus n equal to minus 1 minus pi. So all at the point the value of sin x is 0, and if 0 is the denominator, that does not exist. So what values this x allow? That are all real number. X domain of cosec x y such that x belongs to R. And x not equal to, why I write here x not equal to n pi? Because at this point sin will be 0. And when sin is 0, cosec x is not exist or not y is a real number. Now according to that, if you are putting x in a real, then y will be real because y is equal to cosec x. X is real, then y is also real. But at these we are not putting the values of x equal to n pi. So you know that when x equal to n pi, value of sin x is 0, and if you are these value accept, then value of the reciprocal, as you know that sin x is -1 and sin x is pi. Clear? Now reciprocal if you are taking, that will be less. Clear? So here one important point I have written: range of cosec x equal to y, which belongs y such that y belongs to R, and y should be greater than equal to 1, and y should be less than equal to -1. Why I written this? Because as you know that sin x always lies between -1 and 1. So any value between this, like suppose 1/2, value between any this 1/2. Now if you see, this is the value of sin x, then what is the value of cosec x? 1/1/2, that is 2. Or if you have -1/2, -1/3, or -1/4, if you take reciprocal, then these values will be always greater than 2 because sin x have less than 1 and greater than -1. So reciprocal of that is greater than 1, and that's why I have written the range of cosec x equal to y such that y logs r and y greater than equal to 0. This is clear? So similarly sec x, same case in the sec x, we know sec x is 1 upon cos x. So 1 upon cos x, and cos x is 0 at what point? Cos x is 0 when x equal to 2n plus 1 into pi/2. So this is not acceptable. X will not equal to 2n plus 1 and pi/2 because when you put this will be 0. 1/0 does not exist. So same method we can write domain of sec x equal to x such that x belongs R and x not equal to odd multiple of pi/2. As you know that cos pi/2, cos 3pi/2, cos pi/2, and all the value of cos is 0, and 1 upon cos 0, 1 upon 0 not exist. So the domain will be all real except these values 2 and pi. Clear? Now range will be same as in the case of cosec. So range of sec x y such that y belongs to all real, but y not take all the values which lie between 1 and -1. So this is the sec x. Now suppose you want to find the domain or range of the tan x. So you can say tan x is defined for all real value, but it is also not defined at the odd multiple of pi/2 because tan x is sin x upon cos x. So tan x equal to what? Sin x upon cos x. So if denominator is 0, then again tan x is not 0. So denominator 0 means cos x 0. Cos x 0 means at odd multiple of pi. So domain of tan x will be all real except this point. So we have written here domain of tan x, that will be x such that x not equal to x belongs R and x not equal to 2n plus 1 pi/2. Now range of tan x, range of tan x will be real number, all real number, whatever we are putting x, then corresponding value y will be real. Similarly cot x is reciprocal to same condition, but cot x is cos x upon sin x. So cot x equal to sin x upon, so cos x upon sin x. So 0. So sin x 0 at what angle? N pi. So all real domain of cot x is x such that x log all real and x not equal to n pi. At this the denominator will be 0, which is not defined. So range of this cot x will be odd. Clear? So say बेटा 5 मिनट का आप लोग So this is all about the domain and range of the. Later on you can also see in your textbook easily you can understand. Now you can say how do we see the in quadrant any particular function is increasing or decreasing. So in 9th 10th class we are already known trigonometry. In first quadrant if you are taking x as a 0, sin 0 is 0, then pi by 6 and 30 degree. Then in 30 degree sin is 1 by 2, and similarly you can take sin 45 degree 1 upon root 2. Now we are on discuss about in a particular quadrant the which trigonometric function is increasing with the increasing of the angle, and with the increasing of the angle which trigonometric function value is decreased, that we have to see. So as you know that in first quadrant, and if we are starting from the value of x, we are discussing about the angle, and here on this point angle is 0, and we know that sin 0 is 0. In first quadrant if you see the value of sin 0 is 0, if you take sin pi by 6 1 by 2 or sin pi by 4 that is root 1 by root 2 and sin pi by 3 that is root 3 by 2 and sin pi that is 1. So what we see as x is increasing, x means if theta is increasing in first quadrant from 0 to pi by 2, this is pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2, if x is increasing corresponding value of sin will also increase. 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. So in first quadrant sin x is increasing. So what we written here, see table. This is very important table. In first quadrant sin x is increasing from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Now you move on second quadrant. As we are moving from pi by 2 to pi. So here sin x is 1. B and here sin x is 0. It means what we are getting? It is 1 to 0. Again decrease. In second quadrant value of sin x is 1 to 0. So we can say in second quadrant value of sin x decreases from 1 to 0. Now in third quadrant, if you move in third quadrant value of sin means here b. Value of b is 0 here, but here minus 1. So 0 to minus 1. So minus 1 is less than 0. It is again decreasing. In third quadrant, the value of sin x is decreasing from 0 to minus 1. So we written here decrease 0 to minus 1. But in fourth quadrant, you can see value of y coordinate here and here 0. So minus 1 to 0. So 0 is greater than minus 1. So in fourth quadrant value of sin x is increasing from minus 1 to 0. So this is clear? Minus 1 to 0. Clear? So you can say here increasing, decreasing, decreasing and increasing. This is the sin x. You can take any angle or any revolution or any round. You can observe this one. It is here clear? Increasing, decreasing, decreasing and increasing. This is clear? of a, cos x, value of a. Here for 0 it is 1, for pi it means it is 1 to 0. So 1 to 0 means later one is less. So what we see? The value of the cos x in first quadrant is, in first quadrant value of cos x is decrease, decrease 1 to 0. Similarly, here 1 to 0. Again, in the A, 0 to minus 1. 0 to minus. So again decrease. So in second quadrant, it is decreasing from 0 to minus 1. And then minus 1 to 0. This is increasing. The value in third quadrant, it is increasing for cos. I mean decrease with here. This is increasing. Minus third quadrant, value of a minus 1 to 0. It will increasing. This is greater than it. So it is increasing minus 1 to. In fourth quadrant, 0 to 1. 0 to 1. It will increasing. So increasing 0 to 1. So similarly, if you know these two, you can find their reciprocal. Clear? So in this here, you can find the reciprocal from 10x will be divide of these two. Clear? Or you can find angle. Or if this is 4 into 2, then this is increasing and decreasing. It is increasing, decreasing, increasing and increasing. So you can also find the value of 10x. 10x you can use the formula add and divide. बाकी का आप आराम से कर सकते हो if you know the value of sin x and cos x. और सिंपल you know table in 10th class. tan 0 is 0. tan 45 or pi by 4 1 upon or 1 sorry 10 45 and then pi infinity. So 0 to infinity. It means in first quadrant tan is increasing. Clear? And second also now infinity by right because value of tan pi by 2 is always infinity or not defined. So in first quadrant 0 to infinity. In second again you can say we have minus x, that by minus pi by infinity to 0. And in this way you can find values of tan x. And cos x, sec and cot all are reciprocal of sin and cos x. So you can say the reciprocal of each other. So cos x is if sin x is increasing, then cos will be increasing. And in this way you can observe this table or you can take any angle and find the value. With the help of that you can easily find. Or you can divide sin x upon cos x in each. So you get the tan x. Or if you take reciprocal of this, then reciprocal of this, then sin or cos, reciprocal cosec and sec. So in this way you can find the either function is increasing or decreasing. Okay? So these tables are very important. You have to learn. Later on section, here graph is already given this function, but graph we have discussed in the regular class, or you can say in book, or also you can say online video here. So that graph can be easily drawn with the help of graph paper. If you are putting the value of x, then corresponding value will be y, and plot point on the graph paper, and according to that you get the graph. Clear? So we may discuss on later. And after that we have some examples that we have discussed in next video. And after that we have a formula, derivation of the formula. So you know in trigonometry the very important role of the formula, that is very important. So this is all about, and these two circles and these two tables are very important. With the help of this whole trigonometry can be understand. Yes? So all the best for next video. You can see this and subscribe this to get the latest video regarding the mathematics.